Hello everybody, running a little bit late today, had some meetings. Let's do today's CSS Battle. Oh, that is some crosshairs. That is some crosshairs, love it. How do we make this shape? What's the right way to make this shape? I am seeing the nested template. As per usual, I will mention that the nested template modifies the HTML body in such a way that we get these shapes. What, 75? Maybe it's 80. Is that correct? I'm going to put the orange on the background and we'll see if we have these margins right. Oh, and we don't. Once we see the diff, we see the margins. Probably these are 2s because of the default margins of the body element are 8 pixels for historical reasons. All right. So I think what I want to do here is I'm going to create that green with a mask, I think. Or am I? Oh, maybe I'm not. Can I make it with a mask? I don't know. But let's do a conic gradient to create the orange and yellow. Orange and yellow orange. Conic gradient. And it's going to be this yellow color, 75% round, and this orange color 0. And I'm going to move that over with background position, 20 pixels. Maybe it's 40, and that's probably 40 as well. And then I need to move the center of that to be not at 50%, 50%. Instead, it'll be something like 80 pixels, 80 pixels. Oh, no, it's more than that. How about 120? 140. There, 140. That's right. Okay, so now I'm going to do a mask. Can I do a mask that will create this shape? Maybe? Let's create a linear gradient. 2 linear gradients? Can I do 2 linear gradients? Yeah, okay, and here's the thing I'm going to variabilize. Well, I'm not going to variabilize it yet. We got to do the thing first. Yeah, so again, don't get ahead of yourself. That was the lesson yesterday. Linear gradient, which is red, transparent. And so it's transparent first, and then 40 pixels red, and I'm going to put that in the middle. So that's, or at 50%, 0, 10 pixels, repeat X, or repeat Y. There we go. That's what I'm looking at. Ooh, and ooh, am I going to be able to do that with a mask? I haven't done it this way. And that's the problem. I don't think I've used a mask this way. And so I don't know how to do it. Can we force it? Let's see. So to do this, I think I can have multiple gradients. So let's just do a test. So I'm gonna, and then do 90 degrees. So one of those wins. So those are in conflict. Yeah, so I don't understand how to do masks for this complicated shape. Like obviously that mask is working, but to do this shape, I think I need more than one background. So that's not going to work for my purposes in this case. So let's do, well, you know what we can do? We can variabilize the conic gradient, I think. If I put both of, if I do, let's see, we do this. No, that's not gonna work. All right, let's one thing at a time. So the thought in my head was a conic gradient, but of course the middle part doesn't count, so I need at, oh no, I need transparent 75%, and then I need green 0. Or actually, what I need is the opposite of that. I need the at value to be at 90 pixels 0. At 90 pixels 0, blah, 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 blah. And I get nothing. Oh, I got some problem here. Yeah, big problem. Part of that syntax is bad, and I can't see what it is. Oh, because 0 pixels doesn't make any sense. 40 pixels, that's why. It's actually giving me exactly what I wanted. So it's 0, 0, 100 pixels. To make it work, I needed both a position and a size. So that was the problem. 1, 10, 20, 20, and then this is it. 90, 90, maybe 100, 100. Okay. And then I need the same thing again, maybe? Or I need some element, or I just need another kind of gradient. Low, so this guy. So. What happens if I put this kind of gradient in position? Can I, what do I need to do? Do I need to set a interesting. So we're definitely making some interesting shapes, but not solving our problem. So I'm gonna, with the nested template, I have a little fewer places to go for this particular issue. So I end up needing a third gradient anyway. So the minimum I want, let's do a linear gradient that is this color, 40 pixels, 0, 40 pixels down, transparent, and it's let's see, like 40 pixels wide, and repeat X, repeat Y, comma. All right, so that needs to be at 50%. So there, that's what I'm getting at. Let's push it down. 5, 6, nope. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. So 171 to 227 is like 50. It's like 50 pixels down. Okay. And let's just make it easy on ourselves. We'll call it purple so we can really see what we're doing. There it is. So let's move it down. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then that's 60 pixels tall. And it should be 60 pixels wide. And now I can do that orange and have it work. A lot of hemming and hawing to get that right. Is that a good solution? Not really. It feels janky. Definitely feels janky in a way that is not my favorite thing. You know, it would be fun. So I did the unit replace. Get some VWs, view units to replace the pixels, but not a very efficient thing. Let's try the quad template. What happens if we do the quad template? If we do do conic gradient from 90 degrees, orange, 25%, and then green. That's how we get that, and that kind of works at 30 pixels, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then what, 20 pixels, 30, 40. So again, the quad is, we got 4 paragraph elements that are each, we have a single one that we're creating the shape in, and then we utilize that symmetry to do the rest of it. So we'll do another conic gradient. This one is what? Well, I guess we could do the orange, right? Do the orange. And that's going to be a little bit further along, 120, and then transparent on the other side. So 120, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Sure. And then we still have to make this stuff. And so what is the thing that we need to do? Oh, so for that one, I think that what we want, and maybe this is the clue for the another, it's still another conic gradient. Which is going to be green, green, orange, green, transparent, comma. So there, that's a mess. So let's move it. We want 25%, 0, 50%, 0, 75%, and 0. And then by moving the app value, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, wow, look at that. No, we still got the problem. We got the same problem. I've misimagined the math. Yep, it doesn't solve the problem. That's hilarious. I thought it would. I guess I still need another one. This is the orange. Comma, and then move that over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 110, 120. So I went from a not good solution to a worse solution. So you get 2 bad solutions today. Minify, unit replace, submit. Probably there's much better choices to be made here. In part because what? Oh boy. I just find myself very much irritated by this problem. So let's set green. Let's make a single one of these squares. And so the interior is orange. Border is solid. And border width is 0, 0, 40, no, it's 40 pixels, 40 pixels, 0, 0, 40 pixels. Like that. And that's how to make that shape. 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90, 80, 82, 82. 82 on there, and then this one is going to be 200, 0, 202. And then that height is too tall. How about 80? Nope, 60. So what's the way to make this thing? To make a second one. If I make a second one, here it is. And those margins, so let's move that -10. -20. And then I'm going to flip it. Flip the second one. So we'll call that B. Actually, even better, we're gonna make that go right into the same place. 120, 30, 40. Okay. So B, we will do scale -1. And then translate. $120. Okay. And then C is what? Scale of 1 minus 1. And that translate is going to be 120 pixels. No, 0, 120 pixels. And then D is going to be scale minus 1, 1. And then that translate pixels. Sure. And we still have the middle part. Ha ha ha. Let's make that a conic gradient. And what do we say at 50 pixels, 50 pixels? The green, 75%. And then the orange. There's our little square. We'll move him over. And that's not in the right spot yet. Let's get that right. 1.8, 1.7, 110, 20. And it's 60. It's actually 60 by 60. And that's fine. Kind of a goofy solution. You could variabilize some of these things, and that's kind of fun. Just the same way I did X and Y and translates, but minify, unit replace, and submit for a final answer. Will this be the best score? Maybe. It is not the best score, but also it's not variabilized very well. But probably this would be the most promising in terms of low scores. It certainly is the easiest to write in a lot of ways. Orders, flip, move. Could also use, instead of translate, margins to do a number of these things, right? I'm using translates, but that's a heavy syntax. It's got a long keyword. You use margins and just move them around a little bit. All right, thanks for watching. Could also use, instead of scale, rotate. I think that would work in this instance because this is asymmetrical. It's 40 on one side and 40 on the other, and it's square. So That's another way to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. Take care of yourself out there. It's a hard world. And I'll see you again another time. Bye.